there is something called intermittent fasting. Do you recommend that person should regularly have his breakfast in the morning, meal in the afternoon, another tea time meal and dinner, or skip all these things and do this kind of fasting? Who is yogi according to you? How do you identify the fake guru and real guru in yoga? Suggest something, ये जो पेट दिखता है बहुत बार when you shoot for interviews, you have to be, make sure that,
Yes.
he always tells me sit straight, otherwise पेट दिखता है. So ये योगा से निकाल सकते हैं. इतले दीस पॉलिटिक्सच्या बद्दल उलयले, झगड्याबद्दल उलयले, न्यू इयरा बद्दल उलयले आनी इतलो सगळे एग्रेसीव कंटेंट तुमचे मुखार हाडले उपरांत आतां सद्या आमी चिंतले की मातशें स्लो डावन जावया. तुमकां मानसीक शांतता दिवपा खातीर हो पॉडकास्ट आमी तुमचे मुखार हाडटा आनी तुमी 25 कितें करूंक शकता हाजें मातसो एक क्यू दिवपा खातीर तुमचे मुखार हो पॉडकास्ट हाडटा. आमी उलयतले योगा बद्दल. योगा आमच्या जिवनांत, योगा म्हणजे तुमकां वेळ नासतना योगा कसो करप, योगा खंय करप, खंयचो योगा सारको, खंयचो योगा सारको न्ही, हे सगळे जाणा जावन घेवपा खातीर आमी एक गेस्ट आपयल्ले आसा आनी तांचे कडेन आमकां इंग्लिशीन उलोवचें पडटलें कारण तांकां कोंकणी येयना. वील स्पीक टू यू इन इंग्लीश. वी हॅव योगा प्रॅक्टिशनर अँड ट्रेनर Jalda Yashwanth, and he has done MSc in psychology and MSc in yoga. You are also pursuing your PhD. And you have your own organization called Sri Guru Yog Vahini. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
First of all, your entire focus I have seen is about lifestyle diseases.
Yes.
Tell us, like, sometimes we don't think it is a disease when it comes to lifestyle. How do I identify this is a lifestyle disease?
In general, in simple words, so what is lifestyle disorder means? So what are the things we do daily wise from morning to evening? We will get some problems. So those problems, those disorders are known as lifestyle disorders. In simple words, what are the problems we get due to our day-to-day life, daily routine? We will get some problems. So that is known as lifestyle disorders or diseases.
So when I have a paunch, so some people say ki arey you have to have a paunch, it's a symbol of richness. So, but you say it is a symbol of disease.
Yeah, it may be. We don't say it is a particular reason. So many things, so many factors will include.
Okay, now tell us in detail about what are lifestyle diseases that we should be worrying about.
Yeah, so nowadays due to sedentary work, due to this modern lifestyle, due to this modern era, so a lot of problems are there. Few common lifestyle disorders I will talk about. Stress is known as the mother of all diseases. Stress, obesity, hypertension, diabetic, insomnia. Nowadays a lot of people are unable to sleep properly, and indigestion problem, gastric. So a lot of problems are there. So these all comes under lifestyle disorders.
Okay, so these can be handled by practicing yoga.
Yes, everything can be handled by practicing yoga. Why? Because yoga is nothing but a way of life. If we live in a proper way, systematic way, then all those problems can be rectified or curified by yoga.
So lifestyle disease, how both are related? First of all, when you start yoga, I'll ask some basic questions about yoga.
Yeah.
When should we do yoga?
So in general, morning time is the best. So in ancient munis or sages, they use it to practice yoga in the Brahma Muhurta. So Brahma Muhurta is generally considered as before sun rising 2 hours early, which is known as Brahma Muhurta. So that is the best and ideal time for doing yoga.
So it is like 5 o'clock?
Around 4 to 5, in between 4 to 5.
People go to sleep these days at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what nowadays it is not possible.
So what do you suggest to them?
So according to their time convenient, anytime we can practice. So we have to adjust. We have to maintain discipline while practicing yoga. We have to fix one time, 1 hour at least. So few people nowadays, software engineers, are doing their work in night shifts. So they have night shifts. So that's why according to their work routine, their lifestyle, we have to adjust. We have to spend at least 1 hour for ourselves at least. If we spend 1 hour for ourselves, if we practice yoga in a proper way, that practice keeps us entire day active and energetic, which makes us happy.
Some people feel that if they get up at 4 o'clock, entire day they feel sleepy.
Yeah, that depends. So due to their work issues or stress levels, they will feel sleepy or laziness. They will feel that quite natural. But for that people also, they practice yoga. If they make habit of yoga, they don't feel like that. That is the beauty of yoga.
So get up at 5. I'm just getting it to 5. 4 is very difficult. So
Yeah.
5. Max
Okay.
to max 5.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then you start practicing yoga.
Yeah. And but we have, while practicing yoga, we have to take some precautions. Yoga should be done with empty stomach. So that is more important. So why? Because if he immediately wakes up, if you do yoga without a morning obligations, so that may cause some other problems. So yoga is the thing. If you do yoga in a proper way, we will get a lot of benefits. But if you do yoga in an improper way, we will get some problems. So most of the people think that I am doing yoga, I am getting these problems because of their lack of knowledge.
Okay. So
Yeah.
one is that you should do it empty stomach.
Yes.
Second,
Lot of things are there. The place should be place also one of the factor, and also due some problems have some health issues. Some contraindications should follow while practicing yoga. For example, those person have hypertension or heart problems. They should not practice few things like Kapalabhati. Few things they should not practice. We should know aware of that problem. Then only we can practice according to our body convenient, according to our capacity.
so for a normal person, one get up early, empty stomach, then you have to practice yoga with a guru.
Yes.
You have to have someone online. You can't call guru early in the morning at home. So naturally online.
Yeah, nowadays it is difficult to go to a particular person to spend time. So why? Because a lot of people shows interest in learning, but they are far away from us. For us, it is difficult to one-to-one session like direct interaction. So for those kind of situation, we will suggest online. Online, I don't suggest online is the best. So we have to learn yoga proper way. So under
go
the
to the
guidance
classes,
of guru. Yes.
physically go
Physical
there.
appearance makes impact. So why? Because lot of things we can learn by direct interaction. And also what will happen if you go by a guru, we can feel the presence of the guru. We get some confidence. We can do, sometimes we do mistakes while practicing yoga, that can be properly corrected by physical. Online it is not possible. We don't touch a person, but in physical we can touch, we can correct properly.
Okay, so go physically first and then practice at home.
But yeah, that is first priority, but it is not applicable for all people. Few students will be from different countries. For them is offline is difficult. For them online is the best. Something
So
is,
how do I select the right yoga class online?
actually it is a little difficult question. So why? Because so nowadays most of the people focus only on physical activity. So it depends on the individual need. So what is the purpose of their joining? Whether they want physical thing or they want to learn yoga in a proper way. So nowadays most of the people focusing only on physical thing like doing asanas. Most of the people think that if they perform your asanas well, then they can consider, oh, he's a real yogi. He knows yoga well. He has lot of knowledge in yoga. That is one part. According to Ashtanga Yoga, according to sage Patanjali describes Ashtanga Yoga. In that Ashtanga Yoga, asana is the one limb, one part. So remaining 7, we are not touching.
Tell us, one is asana, second is?
First one is yama, second one is niyama, third one is asana.
Yama is what?
Yama is social discipline.
Social discipline.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yama is social discipline, how to behave with the society. Yama teaches us.
Okay.
Niyama is personal discipline, how should be like, how to behave with others, how should be clean our body. So these all personal discipline comes under niyamas. Third one is asana. Fourth one is pranayama. Fifth one is pratyahara.
What is pratyahara?
In simple words, withdrawal of mind from the senses is pratyahara.
That's a meditation.
The meditation is different. This pratyahara is different. So this is nothing but a concentration practice.
Okay. To concentrate. And
Sixth one is dharana. Seventh one is dhyana.
Tell us about dharana.
Dharana means whatever the focus we have, that focus should be kept to one particular point. In simple words, is known as dharana. To maintain that oneness, one pointedness, is known as dhyana. So dharana, dhyana, and eighth one is samadhi. Samadhi is different.
Samadhi is
The ultimate state in yoga. So in general words, samadhi means the definition of yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. Yoga is equanimity. Equanimity is samadhi here. Most of the people think that samadhi is different. After death, they use it to go.
usually samadhi means person is not coming back.
Yeah, that is one misconception is there. But in yogic terminology, that samadhi is different.
Okay.
So yoga is.
So I can also take samadhi.
Yes, if you practice yoga regularly, then
I can
everybody
take
can
samadhi.
achieve that state.
And come back again.
Yes.
Okay, so for a normal person, out of these 7 things, how many things he should do?
So, well, yama niyamas are very difficult to follow. So, directly we will start asanas. Asanas,
No,
pranayama.
yama is like, I think, social discipline.
Yeah, in
is
that-
something which we can do easily. Behave good in society.
I will explain little bit about the yamas and niyamas. So, yamas, according to says Patanjali, ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, brahmacharyam, aparigraha, yamaha. We should follow yamas and niyamas trikarana shuddhi.
Okay.
Manasa, vacha, karmana. Ahimsa, non-violence. We should not do any harm to other. Even in our mind, we should not think about bad with some other persons. So it is very difficult. So that is ahimsa. Satyam, truthfulness. Astheyam. Astheya means non-stealing. Even we don't think, so I want this object in my mind. So that is also comes under stealing.
Okay.
We are stealing that object inside, internally. So
You
that
should
is
not
very
even
difficult.
think about it.
Yes, that's why I am telling to follow yamas and niyamas are very difficult.
No, you should ask people to follow it. Okay.
But if you practice asanas, pranayamas and pratyahara, if you are practicing it, automatically we can follow that. That will
Okay.
happen.
So for a normal person, asanas he can practice.
Yes, directly before doing asanas, we should practice cleansing techniques. In yoga, we have kriyas. Cleansing techniques are there. We should clear our nostrils and the digestive tract. Some cleansing techniques are there. Why? Because most of the people teach us directly asanas. That is very big mistake they do. Why? Because what will happen if you do directly asanas? So some pains we will get, some problems we will get. So we have to cleanse our body first, and then we have to start with some sukshma vayama. Then only we can start asanas.
So
one
first
procedure
remove
is there.
toxicity from your body,
Yes,
from mind and body.
exactly.
And then sukshma asana means mild asanas you need to do.
Yes.
Okay, start with mild asanas.
Sukshma vayama. It is known as mild asanas or sukshma vayama.
Sukshma means mild, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Why? Because the purpose of doing sukshma vayama is so our joints become stiff. If we don't do any proper work, our joints become stiff. To avoid that problem, so we have to practice sukshma vayama. It keeps our joints free and it improves the flexibility also. If our body gets flexible, then we can perform asanas easily without any disturbance.
Who is yogi according to you?
According to me, according to text, I will talk about text. So according to Hatha Yoga Pradipika, one shloka is there. So what are the qualities of a Hatha Yogi? In that shloka, it mentions about Hatha Yogic qualities. That is Vapukrishatvam, Vadane Prasannata, Nadasputatvam, Nayaneshu Nirmale, Arogata, Bindu Jayogni Deepanam, Nadi Vishuddhir Siddhai Hatha Yoga Lakshanam. It was the shloka which was mentioned in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Vapukrishatvam means the person who looks thin, that is one quality of yogi. And Vadane Prasannata, his face will glows. Nada Sputatvam, so clarity of voice. Nayanesh Nirmale, his eyes should be Nirmalam. So I'm not getting the proper
Pure.
term. Pure, yeah.
Okay.
Nayanesh Nirmalam, Nada Sputatvam, Arogata, he should be healthy. It generally don't get diseases. Even if may get diseases also, he can purify it fastly. So these are the qualities mentioned in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, one of the classical yoga text. nowadays it is difficult to identify a proper yogi, but we can feel the presence of that guru. If you go to that, if you go near to that guru, we can feel some bliss, happiness. With our thoughts get reduces. We don't get any thoughts. We can feel some happiness when we spend time with that particular person.
How do you identify the fake guru and real guru in yoga?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying this. So if we go to a guru, proper guru, we can feel some pleasure in our mind. So we don't get any thoughts. We can feel some blissful state. So the aura should be reflect on other persons. So it is difficult. So most of the people, they don't understand what they are feeling. It is little difficult. It depends on the practice also. And one more thing is, the guru should not only he teaches, whatever he follows, he teaches.
Okay.
So we can judge. So he is a proper guru. He has a lineage. We have to think about it. We have to analyze ourselves. We have to understand whether he is a proper guru, proper yogi. We can think ourselves only.
Okay, right now we are in the age where our time span is hardly few seconds, like on Instagram Reels. I've seen your
Yes.
Instagram account. We will give his Instagram account profile in the description. Please follow him and you will understand more about him and some stunning asanas that he is doing. Okay, so now the attention span of a person is very less, and
Yes.
in the generations now it is getting lesser. So how
Yes.
do you fit this entire concept of yoga in the current generation, which is very like fast food kind of generation?
Yes, actually it is a good question. So it depends on particular person to person. Why? Because some person for few set of practices will good for one person, few practices for good for other person. It depends on the individual mentality and their behavior and their body condition. So yoga is the thing we can decide ourselves. So which techniques is useful to others. It directly we don't say this practice is suitable for everyone. We don't say like that. It depends on individual needs and individual mentality. We can describe some practices according to individual needs.
So how do I get them? The problem what I'm asking you is that how do I get them to do yoga?
So first thing, they should have interest. Without their interest, nobody can make them to do yoga.
No one can be forced to
Yes.
conduct yoga. Okay.
That is first thing, but we should create awareness. So these are the benefits you will get while practicing yoga. Your mind will be calm, you will get physical fitness and also mental peace. So we should create awareness. Why? Because most of the people, they don't know properly about yoga. They know only yoga means asanas, and also they know yoga means pranayama or meditation. They will separate it. But we have to, when we create proper awareness, so this is yoga. If we take advantages about yoga, you will get this kind of benefits. We have to create awareness. Nobody can force that person to make yoga. So if that interest created within us, then nobody can stop it. If where there is a will, there is a way. So they should get that interest. Then only they can learn. Even if we force them, if we force the person to make yoga, he cannot perform what we can say, he cannot perform with their interest. He can
Okay.
do by forcefully. He don't.
So you
get
should have interest.
Yeah.
Personally, you should be convinced that I want to do yoga.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, about meditation, I have noticed that one guru suggests do this as a meditation. Another guru says do this as a meditation. A guru like Osho has a different kind of thinking for meditation. So in the entire gamut, when you think, then you get confused and you don't do any meditation. You just get confused half of the time. So how do I know that which meditational practice is good?
Actually, it is difficult question. Why? Because so only one meditation technique suits for everyone is not correct. So most of the people thinks that they are doing meditation, that is not comes under meditation practice. So meditation should not teach. First thing, it should happen. So meditation is the seventh limb according to Ashtanga Yoga. So after getting dharana only we are eligible to perform meditation. So whatever the techniques these the gurus will teach, so those all techniques comes under concentration practice. When we eligible to do practicing meditation means our mind should be in our control. When our mind gets control, then only we can perform meditation. Until then, all the practices what we are doing comes under concentration
practices.
But to get that mind control, so one, for example, I will say one example. So one destiny is different, so multiple ways will be there. Either here, this is Goa. To come Goa, either we can come by flight, or we can come by car, we can come by bus, we can come by train. So multiple ways are there, but the destiny is different. To achieve that state according to individual need, they can choose one technique. So that's it.
You choose what you like, what you are comfortable in.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
I mean to say, you are
Yogic
advising
terminology.
people to choose what they are comfortable in.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, they should.
If they like this guru, follow him and then get to the same. Like you like
Yes.
flight, then come by flight to go, or bus, or come by bus to go.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so now entire yoga and religion. Many people, relate yoga to Hindu religious practice. So when you are going around, you have traveled entire India and you are giving classes. Have you also find people from other religions coming and practicing yoga?
Yes. So most of the people thinks that yoga belongs to Hindus only. That is a very wrong question. They will thinks that like that, but it is wrong. Yoga is the universal. So in yoga also sounds are there. Nada yoga. We can hear some sounds. Even NASA scientists also researched. So when we go to space, we can hear that sound of Om. So in blankness, we can hear the sound. So that is universal sound. So it not related to any religion. But some person, they thinks that yoga belongs to Hindu, so I should not practice this yoga. They will thinks that. Even Muslim and Christianity also, they have some practices. Even Muslims also, they will do namaz. So that is also one kind of practice. They will look like this, and they will do vajrasana, and they will do like this. So that is also one yoga. Even Christianity also, they should follow, but that is different. That is the according to their opinion, they will think like that, but it is wrong. So yoga is a universal.
It is universal.
Yes.
Like if I do asana, I am Hindu also, it will benefit. If I am Christian or Muslim also, it will benefit.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
bodies are same, only your
Yes.
belief is different.
Correct.
Okay, yoga and Ayurveda.
Yes.
Are they combined together or they are two different streams?
Actually, these two are different streams. So Ayurveda is different concept and yoga is different concept. Ayurveda is known as Raja Vaidya. Even in olden times, kings uses Ayurveda mostly. So even Ayurveda also, they can make surgeries also. In yoga, it is not possible. The purpose of yoga is different. The purpose of
But
Ayurveda
yoga
is different.
complements Ayurveda.
Yes.
It helps.
It definitely yoga helps to any field. So why? Because yoga gives support to that particular problem. And the purpose of yoga is self-realization. To know thyself is the highest knowledge. So that will happen by practicing yoga.
Tell us about this. Thyself is the highest knowledge.
Yes, so self-realization. Who am I? We have to question ourselves. So I am not the body. I am not the mind. We are different from different. So we are completely different. So we have to know who am I is yoga.
Okay. First to self-realize who I am.
Yes.
Then the yoga starts. It's a part of yoga.
Yes.
Okay. Now few questions that I have to ask you. Otherwise people will not spare me. Suggest something. ये जो पेट दिखता है बहुत बार when you shoot for interviews, you have to be, make sure that,
Yes.
I have a friend who is a cameraman, Neeraj Bandekar. He always tells me sit straight, otherwise पेट दिखता है. So ये योगा से निकाल सकते हैं.
Not only yoga, we should maintain diet also. These two things goes simultaneously. Then only we can control stomach issues. So even if you do yoga only, we should not control our stomach. So these two goes parallel to each other. If you maintain proper diet, if you do physical activity properly, then only we can reduce.
But other lifestyle diseases also, they go away with yoga.
Yes.
So how much time if I start practicing now
Mhm.
to get rid of all the lifestyle diseases? What
It-
is the time?
It depends on individual. So we don't say for person it may take 1 week only. For some person it will take some months. For some person it will take some years. It depends. It depends on the individual.
इंडिविजुअल
Yes.
और नदी किनारे ही जाके योगा करना. यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस योगा एट रिवर्स बिकॉज मैनी अ टाइम्स व्हेन आई सी पीपल डूइंग आसनास दे यूजुअली डू एट द रिवर साइड, you know, at some nature. Then we have to go to the jungle to do yoga, or I can do it at home peacefully.
So first thing we have to practice yoga. We have to fix one place. So to go to river every day is not possible. If you go sometimes, we will get some relief and we will get some energy from the water also. Our body will adapt to that energy. But the normal thing, we should fix one place. Either we can do yoga in our home also. We have to fix one place. So if you fix one place, if you practice yoga at that particular place, some energy will create it. So we can feel that energy. So everything is not possible. Wherever we go, we can practice, but we should have one proper place for us. So that is suggestible.
So if I go to the gym and I have a proper fit body,
Okay.
gym versus yoga, you support yoga. Tell us why you support
Definitely, if you do yoga, we will get our body gets energized. We can feel refresh after doing yoga. But if you go gym, if you practice some activities, then our body gets exhausted. So in yoga that will not happen.
So gym is a reverse process. There you exhaust your body.
I don't tell don't do gym. Something is better than nothing, but I will prefer yoga. So why? Because yoga is different.
I won't get muscles.
Yeah, if you maintain proper diet, if you do particular practices for that, we can get muscle strength, not shapes. We can get strength.
Strength is more important than shape.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you recommend to those people who will take a lot of proteins, go to the gym and they do take a lot of proteins and then, you know, try to, you know, shape up the body to look like a perfect macho man?
I don't suggest the person who takes protein. So why? Because there are a lot of side effects they will get when they stops the protein, when they stops physical activity, the gym, they will get a lot of problems. Lot of means lot of. Sometimes the person may get died. So a lot of problems will they will face. So I don't suggest. So in yoga we should not take such kind of proteins. So whatever we take, that is enough. So yoga doesn't require any proteins, means any protein powders or something like that.
Okay, all these questions I am asking like a normal person wants to know. There is something called intermittent fasting that I know that they don't eat in the morning. They usually eat directly lunch, or some people don't eat only lunch. I don't know what kind of thing. But do you recommend that person should regularly have his breakfast in the morning, meal in the afternoon, another tea time meal and dinner, or skip all these things and do this kind of fasting?
Intermediate fasting is always good, but it depends on what they are working. If they work hard, they should have proper meal. If they working on sitting, so it is not useful for taking 3 meals in a day. Why? Because they are not doing any physical activity. For them it is not suggestible. But those who are working laborers, they will do hard work. For them they should take proper meals. Otherwise they will get some health issues also.
Okay, so it's person to
It depends.
person.
Yes.
It shouldn't be like because my friend is doing that fasting, I should
No,
also
nothing
do.
like that.
I should know what are my
Yes.
you know what is my
We
work.
should know our body constitution. So how our body will perform, we should know. When we feel hungry, then only we have to eat. That is the rule is there. But when the time gets over, without feeling hungry also we are eating. That is not a proper way of eating.
So you should eat only when you are hungry.
That is the ideal way. But if we maintain some timings, automatically we can feel hungry at that time.
Okay, that time you should eat.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Anything else you want to add which I have not asked you and you wanted to say?
So I will tell about yoga. Yoga is the beautiful thing. Everyone should practice yoga. At least we have to spend half an hour ourselves. So we are spending time throughout the day for our work, for others only. But we should take care of our health. When our health is good, then only we can do other things. So that's why in text also they mentioned sharira madhyam kaludharma sadhanam. We have to keep our body healthy, then only we can perform any other things. So to maintain that health, we should practice yoga. So we should practice at least half an hour per day. That's enough.
Any time of the day,
Any time of the day.
mostly
Yes.
Brahma Muhurta.
Preferable morning.
Those who sleep during Brahma Muhurta, they can do any time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for spending time
Thank
with
you.
us. Sir, this was about yoga, and I won't talk much because please go back and time and again because since we are a YouTube channel, we are not on a television. You have a facility to go back time and again and watch this podcast time and again, and please circulate this because आमचे खुबशे जाणांक अशें दिसता की योगा करपाक उठपाक वाज येता, सो राती न्हिदतना हें पळोवन न्हिदावो सो दॅट सकाळीं तुमकां मोटिवेशन दिसतलें उठपा खातीर. आनी हेल्थ इज वेल्थ म्हणटा तशें सद्या जर आमचें शरीर सारकें जाल्यार बाकीचें सगळें सारकें. आनी नवीन नवीन सद्याची दुयेंसां आतां उलयत आसा चायनान आनी कितें कितें जाता त्या टायमार आमची ब्रिदींग सिस्टम, आमची बॉडी, इम्युनिटी जर जाग्यार आसत जाल्यार आमकां खरेंच भिवपाची गरज ना म्हणटा ती भिवपाची गरज आसपाना. तुमी पळयतात हो पॉडकास्ट ऑन युअर फेवरेट वेबसायट www.goanewshub.com आनी तुमी आतां म्हणसर पळयत आसा हो एंड म्हणसर पळयता जर तुमकां हो पॉडकास्ट आवडलो सो वचच्या पयलीं आमकां सबस्क्रायब करपाक विसरूं नाका. पळयत रावात गोवा न्यूज.